Welcome to the Manager Lab, where we delve into the increasingly dynamic world of talent management. In each episode, we will unravel key insights, break down the most relevant books and articles, and provide actionable tips to optimize your approach in developing and retaining top talent. Stay tuned for a deep dive into the art, science, and strategy of unlocking your team's full potential. Let's enter the Manager Lab. Welcome, everyone. It's nice to be with you again. Today, we're diving into the Harvard Business Review article, Your Transformation Can't Succeed Without a Talent Strategy. This one is essential reading for anyone that's leading change or is getting ready to lead a huge organizational change effort. Because here's the blunt truth. Most organizational transformations actually fail. And one of the biggest reasons is that leaders focus on the strategy, the technology, or the operating model, but forget the people needed to make it happen. So let's unpack what the authors here say and turn it into actionable steps that you can actually take right now. So the first part of the article talks about how transformation is really more of a talent challenge than anything else. Transformations often sound like this. We're going digital, or we're shifting to a customer-centric design, or we're lifting productivity across the enterprise. But here's the thing. Transformations don't happen because leaders announce them. They happen because employees learn, they evolve, and they work differently than they have in the past. The article argues that the biggest disconnect is this. Leaders build a transformation roadmap, but they don't build a talent roadmap. They know what they want to accomplish, but they haven't identified what skills are needed, what roles are critical, who internally can grow into new capabilities, and maybe what new talent has to be acquired. The bottom line is you can't just bolt talent decisions onto a transformation afterward. Talent strategy has to be front and center of any transformation strategy. Okay, so let's identify the roles that matter most. The authors really emphasize a key idea here, that not all roles contribute equally to transformation success. In fact, they argue only a small percentage of roles, often 15 to 20%, are actually mission critical to transformation outcomes. These roles may not be senior roles, they may not be front-facing roles, they might be really behind the scenes, but they stand directly between success and failure. Examples might include data engineers if you're doing a digital transformation, or supply chain planners in an efficiency transformation, or customer experience designers in a service transformation. You get the idea. Your job as a leader is to identify the pivotal roles that will drive the new operating model, B, staff them with your highest performing, highest learning agility people, and then C, support them with development coaching and unclogged decision-making pathways. If you have your best people sitting in safe, non-critical roles, your transformation is already at risk. All right, so how do we build capabilities? Organizations often think the fastest way to transform is to hire new people with new skills, but the data shows that that's very unrealistic and very expensive to hire your way into transformation success. The article argues for a smarter approach. So, number one, they say determine what skills you can build internally, either through reskilling programs, targeted learning, stretch roles, or providing mentorship or targeted coaching to the roles that are critical. And then hire only where gaps are too large or too urgent to develop. And here's the key point. Building skills internally boosts engagement, retention, and culture alignment during transformation, something that hiring from the outside alone can never accomplish. Okay, so let's look at the talent systems and make sure they are aligning with the transformation. A talent strategy isn't just skills and staffing. It also means that you're aligning all the systems that shape behavior. So take a look at your performance management system. How is it aligning with your transformation? What about how you're rewarding people, your reward system? Your career path, does it also align with your transformation? Job architectures or job descriptions, workforce planning, leadership models, and leadership development programs, are they all aligning with your transformation strategy? If your transformation requires collaboration, but your incentives reward siloed behavior, you've already lost. If your transformation requires innovation, but your performance systems punishes experimentation, again, also lost. So systems have to reinforce the new way of doing things, not the old ways. All right, so here are some big takeaways from the article and practical steps you as a manager can take immediately. Takeaway number 1, treat talent as a strategic pillar, not an afterthought. So for every transformation objective, identify the people, implications, skills, roles, and behaviors and the capacity that's required. Takeaway number 2, determine the 10 to 20% of roles that are most critical to success. So build a critical roles heat map, listing roles, skill requirements, talent gaps, and then make sure you review that several times a year, at least twice a year, but more if you can. Number 3, put your best talent in your most critical roles. So you may have to reallocate your high performance to transformation driving positions, even if it means short-term disruption elsewhere. Takeaway number 4, build talent internally wherever possible. So launch focused capability building programs tied directly to the transformation goals, and then use project-based learning, not just coursework. And then the 5th takeaway is align systems to reinforce that transformation. So audit your incentive plans, your performance evaluations, your promotion criteria, make sure they all align with this transformation effort, and then eliminate contradictions that reinforce old behaviors. So in closing, transformation isn't just a plan on paper, it's a human endeavor. If you ignore talent, your strategy won't just struggle, it will fail. But when you anchor transformation in a robust talent strategy, you build the engine, the skills, the roles, the systems, the people that can carry your organization into the future. Well, thanks for listening today. And until next time we meet in the Manager Lab, do good work.